Hey everybody, let's see if I'm live. I think I am live. I'm already 22 seconds live into the stream. Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. I am going to continue, I think this is part 4 of the Tamiya TA03R-S Porsche GT1 Street RC car kit. It's hard to say. And I am still trying to learn how to stream, so please bear with me. Haven't had a chance to really do anything on it last few days. I've been doing other things, and I haven't worked on the car at all. I'll show you what I the only thing I did do a little bit later on. So this little leg right here is the microphone, and I've been told the audio isn't that great, so I'm going to try to put the microphone a little bit closer. Trying different things. All right. I know sooner or later I'm going to have to invest in a boom mic and better quality webcam. I know this. I just like to know what I'm doing first and make sure what I'm doing is worthwhile and people will watch it. Then I'll continue investing. So let me just kind of recap where we are. As you can see, we've built most of the chassis, and in the last stream we installed the servo and we put in the this top brace right here. It's carbon fiber. So those are the last things that we did in the last stream, and today we're going to start off by putting in all the electronics first. The rest will be the ESC and the receiver, and then we're going to tidy the switch and mount the switch on here as well. So speaking of ESCs, give me 1 second. I'm going to log into Twitch on another computer, make sure I am live. Let's see. Okay, I am live. Lighting is always terrible for some reason. It looks fine on my screen when I'm using Streamlabs, but as soon as I turn around and look at what it looks like on stream, it just looks terrible. I don't know why. I don't know how to fix it either. So let me try to put the light back here. Try to keep it over here or something. Maybe that'll be a little bit better. Just a lot more glare, but okay. We'll. Hey, Sandwich, how's it going? Interesting to install foam. Which foam am I talking about? Oh, the tires? Yeah. These, or are you talking about? You're talking about these. Yeah, they're pretty easy. I've done that in another car before. I do have a sheet for gluing. I'm going to be using that. You'll see what that looks like. All right, so excuse me. Once again, as soon as the fan goes on, start having allergies. All right, so let's get started on this. Last time I think I tested everything. Another thing I did was I kind of crazy glued the antenna. That was already tucked in. I glued it to the side of the receiver. So I have that going. So, and I've also prepped a double-sided tape. Use the round inserts. Yeah. Let's see. So I'm going to just put that down right here, right up against the side of the chassis right here. Yikes. All right. There you go. I'm running out of receivers. cheap receivers at least. I'm going to have to either buy another GT3B or something also, maybe a Radio Link. I'm open to trying another brand, but it's got to be affordable, and especially the receiver's got to be affordable. I can't afford to spend $50 per receiver. Like the MX6. Speaking of MX6, I can't find it. I had 3 of them. I sold one with the Euro truck, and I sold one with the Enduro. I should have a third one somewhere, but I just can't find it. The problem is I still have like 5 different cars that have the MX6 receivers in them. So if I don't find that transmitter, I'm going to have 5 cars I can't drive. So I'll keep looking. I looked everywhere today. I looked in the storage. I looked... I hope I find that. I really do. I don't want to buy another MX6 because that was not a very good receiver. Transmitter. Okay, so this is the switch, and let me take a look here. One side is always, so I'm going to put it this way because the wire's over here. I'm going to do that first, so yeah, it works really well. I'll show you, Sandwich. Makes my life a whole lot easier because I just don't have the hand strength to do that effectively. Can I mute the mic? Let me see. That's better. I think I'll start doing that from now on when I have to cough. Oh, I thought you were talking about the exposer thing, the tire gluing tool that I have. All right, so I'm gonna just put this in there first. This is an on-road car, so I don't need to worry too much about a switch cover. But it will fit. Let's see if it will fit. Won't even fit. Oh, I had to take this ESC out of the Subaru. I didn't have a choice. I had to take it out of this one. I know I can just hook the side of the 1060 switch to the side of the ESC, and it'll look just fine. And this looks okay without a switch there. The Neofighter is bolted on. I can't use that one. Same with the Holiday Buggy. So that was the sacrifice I had to make. Let's see. Tool and store, but I don't think I saw it. No, I'll put it. I'll double check. I may have forgotten to put it on. I will find it. It works. I have been starting to do a little bit better on the Amazon storefront, thanks to everybody who shops through my link. I think so far I've been doing the best on A-Main. Their affiliate program is pretty good. You know, they have a lot of stuff. You don't get distracted when you go to A-Main. When you go to Amazon, there's just so many options, and you could be buying all kinds of stuff. So hard to get someone to check out. But I've been doing better and better. I think I've been a little bit better at organizing the storefront. So it's easier to find stuff when I recommend something. So trying different things. Hey, whoever joined this to watch my stream, welcome. Please say hi. Let us know where you're watching from. Always appreciate everybody who stops by. Okay, how am I supposed to keep this from the steering? Let's see, what does it do? It doesn't really say. It just hangs there. I mean, this could touch the belt. This could touch the steering. Okay, we'll see what happens. And how the heck am I supposed to take this down? So they show a different ESC than this one, so I'm not going to be able to put the tape on the bottom. And if I mount it this way, I can maybe mount it this way. Yeah, it's going to have to be standing up. This is a big ESC. I should have I should have saved the 04S for this one. It's a narrow space. Oh well. Let me just put this over here. Where does this go? Okay, this is in the receiver. So that should be okay. Yeah, it's just going to be dangling up here. And will it work right here? I have an idea. It'd be too late for the idea. I already broke this ESC. When I was ripping it off the Subaru, I ripped the bottom out. Or I ripped the top off the bottom. It snapped back together, but I can see a couple of the standoffs snapped off. So it is damaged now. But I just don't want to open any more. I just don't want to open any more ESCs, any more of the TBLEs, Tamiya ESCs. They're just too precious. Let me plug that in. That's this way, I think. Oh, it's this way. So that is throttle. And this is steering. Steering's on top. And let me test it before I glue it down. I think this battery's good. Let me see. Let's hope this battery is still good. So this is ESC and that's throttle. Any power? Nope, no power. Let's try this way. Oh, there we go. Now we got power. So it's upside down. All right. Start over. Okay. Yeah. I don't have these plugged in yet. Okay. Cool. Now I can unplug everything. And I'm going to set this down this way against the side wall right there. And I'm going to glue down the ESC right here instead of over there. So, and I think I'm going to do it this way. So I can tidy the wires back here somewhere. And I'll figure these wires out later. So let me just put a piece of tape right there. Did you do anything interesting this weekend, Sandwich? Anything RC related? Pretty small piece. Let's see. Let me put another one. I myself didn't do anything RC. I kind of just stayed away. No, that's not true. I went to, oh, I think that was Friday, and I think I streamed Friday. So I think you guys knew that I went to stream a bit, but that's still it. Oh, okay. Well, I sold a couple more cars. I sold a HPI Venture that I had, and I sold the Stampede 4-wheel drive that I had also. It was brushed. I didn't get that much money for it, but it's going to a good home. I hope whoever buys it. I think the gentleman in Northern California bought it. I hope he enjoys it a lot more than I did. I think I only drove it like 2-3 times. Yeah, it wasn't my favorite. Wasn't my favorite truck to drive. And not that it didn't perform well. It was just kind of clunky. It was just kind of. It was fun at the beach though. The Stampede, I have to admit, it was a lot of fun on the beach, on the sand. It did great. That was fun. I have a little short clip of it on my channel. It worked really well. But on that, I didn't really want to use those giant tires. They were like kind of a paddle type tires. I didn't want to use them on like surface, on like asphalt. I don't even think those are for dirt or anything. I think those are more like mud tires or something to that effect. Kind of a waste. I know, as I had a good time building it. I'm not a big fan of Traxxas 4-wheel drive cars because the front and the rear kind of just bolts on. It's not really like the ones where it sits on top, like the TT02. The one that bolts on, I always feel like it's easy to snap off. Like this, the rear of this one was a bolt on. It has all these screws to kind of tie it on. But I just feel like if the chassis itself stuck out farther, it was a little bit longer, and everything sits on top, you would think it's a little bit more sturdy. Let me just double check the. Let's see. Turn it off. Oh, you know what? I need a battery in here. And you know what? I'm going to need the other battery. I'm going to need the other battery because this one is round. Let's see. Everything still works. Awesome. Okay. Get the other battery ready. I'm just going to test to see if this will fit. If not, I'll just grab the nickel metal hydride. Okay, it does physically fit. I just don't know if I can close the thing later. We'll find out. I think it's going to depend on if this fits through. If this wire can kind of does stick out there, so it might be promising, but probably not, because it's already blocking those 3 holes. I guess we'll find out in a little bit. So I'm supposed to do some wire management, cable management, but I'm not going to do that right now. Let's move on to the tires. All right. So let's stay organized, and I'm going to put this away. It's gluing time. And I'm going to put this aside because last time I glued the manual, or spilled a bunch of glue on the manual. So very straightforward. Let's look at it real quick. So I think these 4 are identical. It makes life easier. Issues with that, Dean's too? No, not at all. I remember seeing your question in Discord, and everybody was already chiming in, so I didn't really say anything. But yeah, I never have any trouble with any of my adapters actually. But I don't do 3S or anything crazy like that, so I'm not exactly the right person to ask. I'm not the, you know, I'm not that guy. I'm not the 6S basher. Always very civilized 2S. Yeah, I saw your question about either using an adapter or maybe soldering a battery. I'm pretty sure this one was a EC3, and this particular one I think I got at Rev. I think he did it for me. That was a while ago. I did. The problem with Tamiya plugs is they are not solder. So I have this. You know, I build a lot of Tamiya kits, so this makes sense for me. I don't know if it's going to make sense for you. But so I can pretty much change any battery to a Tamiya plug. And again, so these are not solder. So they're basically like these pins, and that's not the problem. The problem is you have to have a crimper. And beyond this, I'm not very skilled at this, so it doesn't work that great for me. I use this crimper, and this is a, what are those things called? Ferrules. This is a ferrule crimper, and this tends to work better for me. So, yeah, maybe I can demonstrate that a little bit later. Yeah, so you kind of have to buy a lot of stuff just for a couple plugs. So I would go this route, of course. I mean, this is a lot easier and cheaper. So that's like almost no headache to do this. This, you know, I know you don't want to change the ESC, so you're gonna have to change it on the battery side. And it took me a little bit to learn how to do the crimps properly. And it's yeah, maybe, yeah, I think you should just use the adapter. Like so much less headache. I do that. I think I use that more for the ESC than for a battery. That's because I already have batteries. I just want my ESCs to be a Tamiya plug as well. So I think that's why I bought that. All right. These are really good looking wheels. And if I had more time, like a sandwich. I would paint these a respectable chrome color, but I do not have that much time. So let's see. Let's get these phones out. The first time I saw these was an unboxing video, and I had no idea what they were. I just held it for like, a minute, just looking at them, like, what is this for? I couldn't figure it out. And then somebody, when was I doing this? It wasn't live streaming, so somebody told me, yeah, in comments that these were phones, and appreciated that. And of course, I figured it out later on as well in the manual. Just Tamiya style. Oh, you really want to go that far, huh? I think I've seen them. Have you? I'm pretty sure I've seen the motor plugs. Let me show you. Okay, if they make these, okay, may have to put them up here. If they make these, this is for the motor. It looks familiar, right? It's this, and yeah, it's basically that, the pair. That's what this is. It's Tamiya. I'm sure that, I mean, they would have to, wouldn't you think? Tamiya makes everything. Everything within their own ecosystem. Have you tried looking at that CT100 guy? Maybe he has it. Have you started at the Tamiya USA website and type in connector and see what comes up? And then, take that Tamiya number and put that in eBay and see what shows up. Because I don't want to buy anything from Tamiya USA website. Everything is MSRP, and it's great for the distributors and retail stores. But as an end user, I don't see what the reason is to pay full retail, full MSRP when I can go on A-Main or even Horizon to buy same thing for map. Okay, so I kind of wiggled that foam into the wheel, and more or less, so there we go. Pretty cool. Let's see if there's a front and back. Nope, looks like they're the same. Make inner sponge into a ring, attach ends using synthetic rubber. I'm not going to do that. Available separately. I can use shoe glue, but I really don't want to do that right now. Fit into grooves. Let's see if I'm going to have any trouble with these tires. I hope not. Because I don't want to go get a cup of hot water to soften the tires right now. Oh, and if I kind of finish everything, when I say everything, I mean up until the body, up to here, early, I'm going to work on the window masks because I already cut the body out, and I'll show you in a minute. It wasn't that hard. I didn't do a perfect job cutting the body out. There's a few kind of jagged edges, but overall I didn't screw up. And I really like that little shorty knife, a hobby knife that I got. I really like the way I'm able to hold it so close. Hey, welcome to my stream if you're watching. Thanks for stopping by. Be awesome if you said hello in chat. Let me know where you're watching from. And if you have any awesome Tamiya RC cars, you can share that with everybody. So I have this little thing here, and what it does is peels the tire back perfectly, evenly, and I can put the glue in there. And most importantly, when it lets go, it still kind of perfectly lets go perfectly. So let me get this ready. Ever since I got those working, I kind of really like these nozzles, these tips. Oh, actually, let me take this away. Like I said, I dropped a lot of glue on the manual last time, and I'm not very happy with it. So I can see that, and glue's coming, and it's really clean when I do it this way. It's hard for me to hold both sides, but okay, there we go. I wouldn't be able to do this by hand. I'm just not that skilled. So I'm really glad I found this. There is a generic one. It's just blue. There's no decal on it, and there's no like bag or anything that came with it. I mean, this is branded. There's directions on it. I got this before I saw the generic one. I'm sure the generic one is the same thing, just without the decal. So that's one. And these are, I forgot what brand this is. I think it's some kind of, remember it was a big cat, like Puma or Leopard or something like that. It's I bought this on A-Main, and there's a ton of these. I think J Concepts has a set of these too. But they really do work. I like those bands. They help me a lot. Let's see. Hey, Sandwich, what do you think about if I downloaded VRC and I installed it, and then I connect it to I don't know, the GT3B or something, and then I play maybe I don't know, an hour on stream? I don't know if that would be interesting at all. VRC is that RC car simulator game, and I don't know. I haven't gotten all the logistics down yet. I don't even know if it still exists. I think it still exists. But I'd like to. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, because building a kit continuously is unsustainable. 2 weeks a kit. We have what? How many weeks? 20, maybe like 25 weeks, 24 weeks. So that would be 12 kits between now and the end of the year. I do have 12 kits, but not all of them are Tamiya, and not of all of them I want to open. Like that C11, I'm not going to open it. I've decided to just hold on to it unless I can buy another one. Get my hands on another one. I'm not gonna build it. It's just too pretty of a car. I mean, the box and everything is just too nice, and it doesn't look like it's a very good car. You know, with that direct drive and no dampers, it doesn't look like it's gonna drive very well. So might as well just keep it. You know, I've seen minimalist cars, and that is very minimalist. I mean, the arms are just it's like just cheap plastic. I think they're plastic. I mean, the arms are like looks like this. I mean, I don't know what they were. I haven't opened it. Yeah, 6700. Yeah, sure. 4S. That would be a Kevin Talbot video, and I'm not Kevin Talbot. I wonder if that guy's going to retire, because I think RC Spark retire like last year, or he didn't say he was going to retire. He just said he's going to slow down or something like that. I don't know. I think RC Spark was. I don't know if he still is the largest RC car channel. But when I was just starting out with RC, I liked watching his videos when I was just starting out. He actually had some good, cool things he was doing. Stupid, unexpected breaks. You have to yell, "What happened?" Yeah. And you have to be ugly too. So, you know, you have to look uglier and uglier every video. I don't know if I can maintain that. Let's see. Doing well. I always think I'm gonna fling some glue onto my eye one day, and yet I have not started wearing goggles, which I should when I do this. I hope I am a little bit more consistent than this. But, oh, jeez. Probably put a little bit too much on that time. Nope, it's that problem. A little bit too much right here. I'm not going to touch it. Yeah, way too much right there. I have a debonder. I can clean that up a little bit later. That's the best thing I've ever bought is something that makes the glue let go. And it just becomes this like gummy paste almost. And you can just wipe it right off. It kind of just deactivates the glue. And there's an opposite of that, which is the Instant Cure. Both are made by Bob Industries, I think. I think I have both down there. So basically, if you spray the Instant Cure, all of this like little extra will dry white it right away. But I haven't used it yet. I have a lot of stuff that I haven't used. I buy stuff when I feel, oh, you know what, that's a good idea. Let me just have it on hand. And then I sometimes don't get around to using it. So, sources. Is the chat box on the big screen or no? Is it just on the side? Sandwich, can you type something? Is it showing up on the screen? It's one of those little setup things that I've been meaning to do. I want to do multi-stream. Oh, cool. It does. Cool. That's one of those must-do things. I see everybody does that. I wanted to multi-stream on YouTube today, but I would have to join Streamlab Prime, and it's $20 a month. I really want to. I mean, there's a lot of features, so I'm sure it's going to be worth it. I just haven't committed to Streamlabs just yet. And I got an offer where it's $99 for the whole year. So I would, if I do get Streamlab Prime, I would probably just prepay for a whole year. And the problem is, I don't think anybody in our Discord, if anybody streams, there's quite a bit of quite a few other content creators in there on YouTube and stuff, but I don't know anybody who else who streams, and I don't want to ask the people I do watch, like other like gaming streamers, hey, what do you use? Yeah, I kind of sound like I'm trying to cheat off of them, I wish it was just another stream. If you ask me about YouTube, how to get like subscribers, which actually probably not the best person to ask. I don't have that many subscribers, but how to start out and how to just get yourself going. I'd be happy to answer some questions, or how to use the software. I'll be happy to answer some questions. I just don't have that. I don't have that resource. That same person as a resource on Twitch. I wish there was. I had an idea today when you were talking about that the eBay seller. So the Discord server, I was thinking can start a list, like a recommended buyers list, a sellers list. So all of the kind of start our own leave feedback kind of thing. If you have a good experience with a certain RC seller, then we can kind of share that information. And if you have a bad experience, you can share that as well. I mean, I have had more things to say about bad eBay sellers than I have about good eBay sellers. I mean, if I thought, up until last week, I thought if you just stick with like Nitro RC, or there's a few of the bigger ones, you buy stuff from them, you'll be okay. And 90% of the time, you'll be okay. And then last week, I bought something from Power Hobby, and they kind of screwed me over it. Kind of like what happened to you. They printed the label, and then I just sat there and waited, and then the day passed. And I contacted them, and they were like, oh, we don't have it in stock. Well, wasn't too happy about that. I thought it was just a matter of, they were using a dropship service or something, or they were drop shipping from somebody, I don't know. And it just hadn't arrived yet. But it was a Kyosho FW06 part. And I wouldn't be surprised if those are really hard to find. Yeah, like direct. Like first-hand experience. Especially not only can we give feedback on the seller, but also the item itself. You know, let's see, what have I bought? Like bearings, for example. You know, I bought a lot of bearings lately on eBay, and I can tell you the DSM brand were less expensive, and they just as good as the Fast Eddie. I think Fast Eddie's overpriced, but hey, you know, they have everything, and their customer service is pretty good. They put together that FW06 kit for me. So, you know, if you can afford it, why not? But sometimes I just want to go with a budget kit. You know, like Grasshopper. There's no reason to pay $20 for a set of Grasshopper bearings. If you can just pay like $15, $12 for it, that'd be enough. Yeah, we'll let Commander Tango know. Maybe that'll be a good channel to have. Maybe they do have at Marketplace. They have Marketplace, but it's not like a feedback channel. Yeah, I'm thinking more of like a feedback channel. Just really something we can, like a channel that we can sit and talk about sellers, just specifically about eBay and Amazon sellers, even AMain and Horizon Hobby. Like today, I saw somebody had problems with Horizon, right? They had to wait 45 days for Horizon to declare the item was lost. Yeah. I mean, that sucks. I buy stuff from Horizon as well. So I haven't experienced anything terrible yet. I've been lucky, really. I bought stuff from, was it Proline or JCon? I don't remember. One or the other. It was a crawler part. I wonder what it was. And I had problems with it. And I contacted them. And not only did they like help me solve the problem, they just sent me a whole new one. They didn't even bother. They were just like, here, let's send a new one. Like, we're not going to slow roll you and try to give you a hard time. Let's just send you a new one. I think I was missing a screw. I think it was a bumper. It was a bumper for a crawler. And it was missing a screw, I think. Or one of the screws wouldn't fit. Something like that. And she just didn't hesitate. She was like, okay, no problem. Let me send you a new one. And it wasn't a cheap bumper. It was like $30 or something. She just sent me another one. There we go. Not bad. Life is easy. I'm lucky so far as well. And that was entirely my fault. I've had one issue with a main order, and they took care of it right away. So I bought one of these things. Let's see. One of these is broken. I can't remember which one. It should be this one. So I bought one of these from AMain, and first time I used it, I don't know if you can see that, but this magnet broke into pieces. So it essentially became useless. Yeah, this it chipped off. The magnet chipped off. So it should be like this. So it turned into two pieces. So I really couldn't use it. I contacted them and they just shipped me a new one. No problem. I use this for crawlers, I think, because this one is 1/8, so I used, so they sent me the replacement. So this one is for 1/8. So I use those for crawler body posts. This is the one I use for touring cars, on-road cars. And these really work. I mean, for Tamiya bodies, I mean, they are pre-punched, but when I moved and had to porch pirate my... Hope you didn't get caught. That's funny. Let's see. See, it's not even dry yet. I don't know what to do. Okay, this one's dry. Maybe that was the one I just glued. Okay, this one's dry. Okay. If you're not into RC cars and you just channel surfing and you come upon this channel and it's just a dude gluing tires, I wonder how exciting that would be. You know what I'm really surprised about on Twitch that a lot of people do, actually? I've seen quite a few channels on keyboards, of all things. Disassembling gaming keyboards and changing the key inside and the key caps. I've seen like several videos, channels that do that. That's interesting. Clean getaway. If I don't know RC cars and let's see what the fuck. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it is. It is interesting. Yeah, the switches, right? Yeah. I guess it's like a ASMR thing. You know, it's take the darn thing apart and listen to the clicking sound. It's, hey, whatever makes you happy. As long as you have an audience, who cares? I see a lot of Gundam videos. You know, the regular craft stuff, the real craft stuff, like when you think of craft. You know, like sewing and stuff like that, and drawing. Those people are really talented here on Twitch. Ouch. Yeah, I think I glued myself a little bit. Don't want to put my face right up to it when it snaps back. Yeah. Alrighty. So I'm not gonna freak out over this just yet. I'm just going to let it dry and then I'll take it off later because this is gonna hurt if I touch it right now. And I put way too much glue. I keep doing that. It's my fault. It's not the glue's fault. It's my fault. I just keep squeezing. I can't stand ASMR. You have to watch. There's one. I don't know if she started it, but she's very good at it, and she's. I don't go out my way to watch ASMR videos, and anytime YouTube suggests a a video, I always just please stop, and I don't watch it. But ASMR Darling, I don't know if you've heard of her before. I like her videos. I mean, she's one of the very first people to do that, and I think she's pretty good. You can check her out. And then everybody else just kind of like just, I don't want to say copy her because, you know, she didn't invent ASMR, but it's just, I don't know. Whispering gives you anxiety. Okay, that's not good. I'm not having a good day with glue today. I don't know if I ever have a good time with glue. Yeah, see, that's not going to be a good thing. I can't do anything about this right now. I should really have that bottle right here. My hands look like it's like blue. Odd. The colors are way off, and there's another smudge right there. Okay. It's just nails. Yeah, I don't like it when they use that ear thing, the ear microphone, and then they're like standing there slurping on it. I'm not down with that either. That's kind of just gross. Getting your saliva all over that plastic ear. And if you did that to me in person, I would be freaking out. If you're licking my ear, I'd be freaking out. So I don't know who is enjoying watching that kind of ASMR. Anyway, interesting. How building an RC car led to ASMR, but there we go. Done with all 4 of them. And this is dry, so I will just let it be. I will let those dry as well. And since I don't need this right now, I'm just going to put this away. All right. Let's take a look at the manual. All right, so put these away. You just stuffed their face with slum. Oh, is it like mukbang? Oh no, it's oh yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. I don't like the mukbang videos either. You know that the whole listening to people chew. It's gross. All right. I don't know if I have I'm logged into Amazon right here. Give me 1 second here. Am I logged on? No, I'm not. Okay, let me grab that. What's this called? Exposer. Give me 1 second. I am looking for that exposer product and putting it in my storefront here. Let's see. The exposer. Huh. RC car tire tool. Glue. Gosh, what is it called? Can't find it. Give me a second. Let's see. Okay, there it is. Still in stock. Oh, no, currently unavailable. What the heck? Maybe that's why. All right, let me put it on. Let's see if I can put it on there anyway. You can look for it later. Let's see. storefront. You know what? I forgot how to add it to the storefront. I'll do that after the stream. I have to find another one. I have to find the non-branded one and put that in my storefront. Does she watch it right next to you? She's like laying in bed. Oh man, I did a terrible job gluing these things. I should not have a YouTube channel or be streaming RC content glowing like this. Oh well. Guess I'll retire. Let's start working on this. Alright, here we go. So this is the front. And let me put this on this. Where I can... It's typical. Typical. Everything is funny when they're messing with you. And then you turn around and nothing's funny anymore. Everything is mean when we do it. Let's see. Okay, so we are going to put a bearing on each side. Then we're going to need a pin and the wheel nut, E1. I always think if you're going to actually treat this as a race car, I would go with aluminum. These hexes, these wheel nuts. Hexes, not wheel nuts. You just want that. You don't want any flex. You just want that kind of positive, power to the wheels. I made her sit down one day and watch all three extended versions. I don't know if I don't think I have seen all three. But I don't think I've seen the extended versions. And I don't think I can sit and watch them all at once. Not because I don't like them. It's just, it's adventure, But, I've seen them before, so I know what's going to happen. And really, the whole thing could have been prevented. Just, Schmiegel didn't, is that his name? Schmiegel didn't take the ring out in the first place or something. Or was it the uncle? Probably making you mad by calling the wrong saying the wrong names. So the pin goes in first, and then the wheel nut, tail hooks. 4 hours each. 4 hours each. Jeez, that's a day. That's half a day. I can't even watch movies in the theater, so I'm not the best person to watch movies. Yeah, I fall asleep in movie theaters. I can be watching Star Wars and I fall asleep. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, I think I have fallen asleep watching Star Wars. The one where I think it was the last Star Wars. The one where what happens? Princess Leia is dead. They used the hologram of Princess Leia. Like, Carrie Fisher had already died. That one. Where she's like a hologram. And then nobody started kissing anybody. That one. Because that second one was gross. I'm like, why is this even in the movie? Why is this girl kissing that guy? Why is this important to the plot? And I'm glad they just kind of just pretend like it didn't happen in the third movie. You know what I'm talking about? Died with Return of Jedi. I thought Rogue One was okay. It wasn't too bad. I don't know what your opinion on that is. Extended version. Died with Return of Jedi. Oh, we're crap after, yeah. A lot of people think that. Yeah, I enjoyed watching Rogue One. Just that standalone by itself. Didn't need a prequel or a sequel. You know, it's just Rogue One is a copy of New Hope. Oh, okay. I don't know. I watched Solo and what is the other one? Yeah, it wasn't kind of not. I mean, not all that interesting. Did I forget? Oh, you know what? I forgot to rebuild the rear dampers. That's why this thing is so loose. I was supposed to take them apart and rebuild them. I was also supposed to take apart the front suspension arm, upper suspension arm on the Subaru, but I haven't done that either. I keep forgetting. So we need to put these on, and it is MA13. Should be this one. You know what? You know what other franchise I don't really watch? MCU. I think the last MCU movie I watched was Captain America. I'm just not all that into it. I'm sure they're great movies. I just can't watch it. Get bored. So MB2 is going to be that screw. It's going to be a little bit longer. Is it this one? Yep. And this one. Yeah, I don't know what your opinion about that is. MCU movies. A lot of people like them. Did you watch, have you watched, or did you start watching, and have you watched season 3 of Umbrella Academy? I watched Umbrella Academy and The Boys. I guess they came out around the same time or not. I don't remember. But I watched both. And just like everything else, the first season was awesome. And then everything after that has been kind of crap. Except the second Iron Man movie, yeah. I never had any interest. I've watched a lot of, since I work from home now. Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm a fan. I wouldn't care to rewatch. But for some reason, it didn't grab me. I may try again. First season was the best. If that didn't grab you, I don't think second season is going to help you at all. It just gets kind of ridiculous. Season 3. I just finished season 3, and I hope there's no season 4 because I couldn't follow it. And not only I couldn't follow it, I just didn't care. I was just watching to just finish it. I just didn't care what happened to the characters. Just like it. You know, I just didn't care about them anymore. And it's like the first season, you know, I kind of like, you know, how things are going and how interesting and dynamic the family is and stuff like that. And then the second season got a little bit more far-fetched. And then season 3, the writer just went full hallucinogens. I think they took a lot of drugs when they wrote that. And of course, it had to be a coming out party for Ellen Page. Good for her. Her character basically follows her real life events. Good. It was part of the plot. Season 3. Whatever. Oh, and I didn't really like the actresses and actors. The casting just, I didn't really care for it. I thought number 5 was pretty good. I thought the one that can jump around in time, I thought his character was pretty cool. Everybody else I didn't really care for. That long show can get exhausting. Some of a lot of seasons of yeah, and then I count down to the end. Yeah. I don't know if you've ever watched The Blacklist. That was a great show in the beginning. I really enjoyed The Blacklist when it first came out. When it was still about him trying to catch those criminals. And then it became a story of, I don't know, trying to figure out who she really is kind of thing. With the main character, father and daughter and stuff. It was just ridiculous. It was just way too much. The bad guy became the good guy, and the good guy became the bad guy. And again, I think they just try to do too much. Just stick with the formula. You know, you're a bad guy who knows where all the all the bad people are, and you can help the FBI catch them in exchange for being free. And that was the whole premise. And then they just started going off about how the FBI agent is his daughter and how her mother was a secret agent and stuff. And it just became just unwatchable. They stopped catching criminals. It was just more about those two. It wasn't interesting. It's like as if MacGyver stopped making gadgets. I don't know if you can hear that, but that's my neighbor's Tesla. Sounds like a spaceship. Just whirling. I'm not a big fan of Teslas. I don't think they're terrible cars or anything. I just think they all look alike. Everybody drives the same one. You can literally see 3 or 4 of them on the freeway together. If you drive, especially on 57. You can see like 2 or 3 right next to each other. I don't understand. Why would you buy the same car everybody else? It's like that one time I went to. I had to buy a Honda Accord. I had to because I turned in a. I forgot what I turned in. I think I turned in a. Was it a Pilot or was it something else? I think I turned in a Honda Pilot, and I had to get the Accord because I had to stay with Honda. And I test drove it, and I came back, and the sales lady was like, enthusiastically asked me, "So what did you think?" And I said, "It's a Honda Accord. What do you expect me to think? It's not anything exciting." Oh yeah, exactly. Internal combustion engines for me. Until they force me to buy an electric car. I do like a brand of electric cars called Alpha Motors. I don't know if you've heard of them. I like their body styles. I mean, if I have to buy an electric car, I'll buy an electric car, but I don't want to voluntarily buy it. Test drive. Yeah, they're idiots. So you can't get parts. Yeah, I'm not surprised. They're sheep for sheep people, you know. So I got MB2 left and right. It's the same people who drove. What was that car called? The Toyota Hybrid. Guys, everything escapes me lately. Right now, I don't like it. I bought it when I drove more. Yeah, it makes sense. I had the Pilot, and then after the Pilot, I got the Accord. And then when that car, after I crashed that car, it was just never the same. And I turned it in for a Dodge Challenger. And that was the best car I've ever owned. I mean, I wish I still had it. Or at least I got a new one. Yeah, I love that car. It was just a great car. I enjoyed having it every second of it. I enjoyed driving it everywhere I went. And unfortunately, I hit something on the freeway. It wasn't my fault. It was just something that fell off a truck. And I ran it over and did a number on the front fender. I mean, front. Whatever's below the bumper. I forgot what that's called. The entire bottom of the car, the gas tank, and the pipe, the tailpipe and back, all damaged. Total $10,000 worth of damage. Project car, huh? Yeah, cool. Gosh, what is that Toyota hybrid thing it's called? It's so common. I forgot what it's called. I can't believe. Anyway, yeah. So I turn in the Challenger for a Grand Cherokee. Oh, Prius, yes. Thank you. Oh, God. The splitter. Eventually I get my next project car. Yeah, the Grand Cherokee right now. Lease is about to be over. And I want the 2023. It's a next gen, but it's more expensive and it's overpriced right now because everything's selling at a premium. I can get the WK, which is the same model it is now, except for 2022. But then I'll be driving an older model for 3 years. What I really want to do is get a Bronco, get a 4-door Bronco, even though that's pretty darn small. And if I can't get a Bronco, I was going to drive the Rubicon. And before I got the Grand Cherokee, I actually tried to buy a Rubicon. But the dealer just couldn't bring the price down enough so I could afford it. So I didn't buy one. I didn't lease one. So, yeah, that's kind of where I am right now. I'm waiting for the lease to be over in September, I think. And then I guess I'll find out what I'm going to get. I'm not going to overpay or overplay my hand. I'm going to be willing to walk away from the Jeep dealership. 96 Land Cruiser, huh? Toyota Land Cruiser, 96. Are you gonna lift it? Are you gonna go overland with it? I mean, that's like the car, right? That's the one that is very capable. You're gonna put a snorkel on it? 1, 2, 3. So this pin goes on the 3rd hole. Nice. Yeah. That car and the Taco and the 4Runner. All great cars for overlanding. Okay, I think I'm done with this. And now it's just... I don't have the antenna, so I'm not going to do this part. Let's try this. MC E4. Let's try that. 30. 35. I was shopping like before the pandemic, right before the pandemic. Oh yeah, I've regretted giving up a lot of cars. Right before the pandemic, I almost bought a. Is it JK? The first gen Cherokee or the second gen? I don't remember. Is it JK? I don't remember. But I almost bought one. It was already lifted and everything. But then I took it to the dealer, and I told him it was lifted. No, I went to a parts store to ask about tires and wheels and stuff like that. And it was already lifted 30, I think it was 35. And he asked me, did he change the diff gears so that, I forgot what you have to do. You have to change the diffs so that it is a certain drive ratio, a gear ratio, right? That's what you have to do when you lift the car, big tires, something like that. And I said, I don't know, and I don't think so. So he said, well, if you buy that car, you're going to either have to do it or you're going to have a lot of trouble with the transmission very soon. And so I asked the kid who was selling it, and he said no, so I just passed. And that was as close as getting a second car. I was going to go crawling with it. Not crawling. Go to the mountains with it. Yeah, it was pretty high. I mean, I had to. It was hard to get into. Let's put it that way. Okay, I am still looking for this E4. That's not E. That's not E. This is L. None of these are E's. VV. it. This is a cluster of parts that are stuck together. Let's see. I don't see anything that resembles that piece. Oh, there's another tree right here. That must be it. This one. There we go. Then that qualifies. Yeah, I really enjoyed shopping for a car and the lift kit. I went to that place. What's it called? 4-wheel drive place. 2012 C63. Such a hassle. Oh, Mercedes. Right? The AMG. They pulled the motor. I'm not a mechanic, but so I don't do any of that stuff. I don't know how. But that does sound like a hassle. I enjoy watching car videos like Wheeler Dealers, you know. I enjoy watching those. But I have yet to do anything on my own. Yeah, this battery's not going to work. So, let's go back to my battery collection. Same price as the Land Cruiser. You know, I think the Land Cruiser would be better. You know, you got a family. You know, again, it would be kind of impractical for me to buy the Bronco right now because I take care of my mom and I have to go pick her up and she can barely get into the Grand Cherokee as it is. I don't think she'll be able to get into a Rubicon or a Bronco. So that's kind of my consideration right now. Either I get the car I want and get a second car like a Corolla or something and just keep it at her place. And then I'll just drive over in my car and then switch cars when I get there, something like that. That will work, but you know, other than that, I don't think I can buy just any car I want. Alright, let's test this. Make sure it is all working, because technically I'm done. No, I didn't do a great job with the wheels. I'd likely never use these tires to begin with, though, because I wouldn't. I might drive this thing one time, and if I were to race this car, I would buy aftermarket tires. Yeah, see, this wire is just out there. See, I'm not down with that. Okay, let's see. All right, that's reverse. Let's see. Steering, throttle. Okay. Left, right. There you go. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, and that's kind of how I feel about RC cars. I'm not going to buy a car I can't build. You know? I like building things. Okay, so we're done with the kit. In terms of the chassis. What time is it? 11:30. Okay. Suspension swap, huh? So I don't work on my own cars. I just don't know how. I don't have the tools or the garage or anything like that. But recently, just like in the last year and a half or so, I've discovered I don't have to go to a dealership. And that Jiffy Lube can basically do everything that the dealership would charge me $200-300 for. All those services, 3,000, 5,000, 10,000, not really necessary apparently. As long as you change the tires, rotate the wheels, and change the filters once every so often, doesn't really need anything else. You don't need all those other stuff that they do. I forgot what they do anymore. And the reason I stopped going to the dealership was the Jeep dealership that I go to in Ontario. The wait is crazy. Getting to the front of the line to get service takes 20-30 minutes. The service will take several hours, even for an oil change. And God forbid you need anything other than an oil change, it's always days. And you need an appointment. And they give you a loaner car if it's their fault. If it's like a recall or something, they need to keep it for a few days, they be happy to give you a loaner. But other than that, you have to pay for your own loaner. So either you sit there for 8 hours or you pay for a loaner. So I just didn't go back anymore. I didn't like waiting there. So I started going to Jiffy Lube. And lo and behold, they're the fastest people. I mean, literally just never there more than 20 minutes. Rotate the tires, change all the oils, change the air filters, 20 minutes. $150, whatever it is. I get the blend, synthetic blend, and they try to upsell me other stuff, but I said no, it's okay, it's a lease, I don't care. Then I'm on my way. Okay, so here is the Porsche body. Let's see. Let's put this on and see what I have to do. Do I have to... These holes are proper size. Oh, wow, look at that. Look at that. That is aggressive looking. Wow. Check that out. Yeah, I don't have the, I don't have a jack. I don't have a garage. My HOA is very picky, I think I told you. You can't work on your car inside your own garage. That kind of thing. And, yeah, I have no tools. I mean, I don't have any cool tools for working on car. I know you probably only need a screwdriver and that filter wrench and a pan. But other than that, I just prefer to let somebody else do it. I love cars. I'm a car guy. But I just don't work on cars. I just never had that. Never had that. But I would. If I had more time and money and space, I would love to build a track car. Maybe a Miata, or like a older Porsche. Was it the 9? Not the 911. It was a smaller one. It was a 950. I forgot what it was called. But I would love to build a project track car. Drive Cherokee. Yeah, yeah, the Grand Cherokee. I enjoy driving a Jeep because no matter what, you have no excuse. You know, a pothole in the parking spot, no problem. We just, drive right over the pothole. There's a curb right there, no problem. Let's just drive over. I don't know how many of those parking lot um, those bumps I've driven over, just because it was in my way. I didn't want to back up and go the long way, so I just drive right over those hump things. You know how you're turning left and you want to get into the left turn lane, but there's an island there, and the guy in front of you can't move up far enough for you to squeeze through. So my favorite thing is to just hop the curb and just go, just hop the curb and go around him. And usually the car behind me is a passenger car, and they just look at me like, "What the hell did he just do?" So that's my favorite thing to do. I do that every chance I get. I like to get my money's worth with a Jeep. Okay, so with this Porsche body, I have already cut it out. I have also washed it. I cleaned it with soap and water, and I haven't touched the inside since. So now I'm going to do the window masks. And if I accomplish that today, I hopefully will have the mental energy to paint it tomorrow. It's not even about like if I have time or not. You know, I can have plenty of time and I would still not do it. It's just a mental block. Every time I paint something, I feel like it's going to be a lot of work. So I never want to do it. And just to show you my point, they're here. The Subaru and the Porsche. And this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to mask the windows. And I didn't do this one really straight. It's actually very crooked, actually. Huh. I didn't notice that. I don't know if you can see that or not. But it's actually very crooked. See that big gap right here? And not big gap over there? I wonder if I can peel it off. Okay, well, let's trim this first. I thought I put it on straight. You know what might be good for those panel lines? They sell these paint. Yeah, I don't know if I showed you, but I have black for those lines. Yeah, I have this accent color. I think I've only used this one time on one of the drift cars. I don't remember which one. But yeah, this, I'm sure this would work. It's a very, very fine tip. I mean, you can't even, there you go. I don't know if we can focus. Yeah. It might be hard to be. So what you can do with this stuff is you would fill the you fill the kind of groove with the paint and then you wipe off. And since there's no paint on this side of the polycarbonate body, it won't smear anything, because this is, I think this is water based, so it just comes right off. And then it'll skip over the paint that's in the groove. At least theoretically, that's how it's done. And I've seen it done on other cars, on drift cars. But I don't even want to bother. I'm just going to finish it. So let's do the front windshield. No, this has been a really cool car so far. I honestly think this is a very interesting chassis. Uh, I'm glad I have it. I'm glad I'm able to build it. I've been wanting to build this for whenever it first came out. I think it was last year, or the year, even the year before. I just never got my hands on one. Have you been to the hobby store in Lomita? I think that's like Torrance Hawthorne area, Lomita. I forgot what it's called, but they have a pretty good selection there. To be accurate, yeah. Gosh, I forgot what they're called. Pretty cool little hobby shop. It's like a smaller Pegasus. Did you go to Pegasus over the weekend? I think I told you I went on Friday, right? Was it Friday? I bought some paint and stuff. Or is it Saturday? I think I went on Saturday. Yeah. I didn't go to any hobby shop stores. Yeah. Yeah, I went to Rev to pick up the C11, and then I went to Pegasus to pick up some paint. They have the TS paints. Rev doesn't have TS paints. I did that for a little while. I had to go to both to because I knew if I don't, at least I thought if I didn't go pick up the C11, there was enough demand for it that Garen wouldn't have to sell it. Like somebody asked for this Porsche when he first got it. He sold the two that he had, and then he held on to this one for me. And when the guy came, he had to say no, he doesn't have it, even though it was sitting kind of off to the side. That was for me, and I actually felt bad. So I was like, I'll just go. So this time, when I can only buy one car at a time. I can't bring home more than one car. And I've been having to sell one and buy one for space and money purposes. So I went to pick up the C11, and the Titan's right there. And honestly, I couldn't decide which one to bring home. And when I asked if he had any more of the C11s besides the one they saved me, he said no. That was it. He sold them all in one day. So I thought, okay, well, I need to buy the C11 before somebody else asks for it. And he sells it. I doubt anybody's asking for that Titan. So, yeah. So that's why I brought the C11. .5 brushless for the C11. I think somebody said that in the Discord server. I think 8.5 would have to be on a... What would you even put that on? Maybe a Truggy? boogie. Okay. Oh, I forgot to cut this notch. Pacific Coast Hobby. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you. It's a cool store, nice people. If you call ahead, they'll hold things for you. If you talk to the right person. Uh-huh. I think you're right. Oh, maybe a drag car. I think those what those are for. Right? I've seen some ridiculously low, like 3.5 turn on drag cars. So that's what they're for. Right. You're right. Okay, let's see. So it's going to be like that. I have a lot of trouble seeing the lines. That's why it's always crooked. I can't be in camera frame right now. I'll try. I will try, but I don't think I can. Yeah. Keep anywhere near cool. Yeah. I can see that. I don't have any drag got really popular really fast. And I just don't, I'm not like crazy interested in it. I mean, I'll probably own one of these days, but I just feel like first of all, I don't really like the people who does drag. I think those I think they're just a little bit too much for me. I think they're same kind of people who trash talk other racers. And those aren't my favorite people. I'd rather just mind my own business. All right, let me stand up. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it's fun. It's just, but like going really fast for 2 seconds isn't like doesn't seem that good to me. And I cannot see any of the lines here. So I have no idea if I'm even close to being in the right spot. Okay, I think it's okay. It's not terrible. And this side can be a little bit higher. Let's see. Yeah, fast on road. For sure. I told you an affordable one would be the 3 Racing, right? I think I told you. I think, yeah, that's way off. I gotta start over. I just can't see the line because my hand is there. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this at night. Probably definitely shouldn't be doing this on stream. Give people bad habits. Okay, that looks pretty good. I don't know if it's even, but it's pretty good. Let's see. Where did that go? And where does this go? Huh. I don't know why this window, this decal looks like it's bigger than the window, because look at that. That's the line. The decal. Is there no window? Oh. Okay. That glass does meet, so it's one big clear window, because the windshield is this right here. Like that is the top, right, kind of right there. And that's the front of the window, so they kind of meet. That's why it's so close. I just gave away that x-ray. I had no point. Oh, really? Gave away an x-ray. Okay. Yeah. I want to build some cars for myself. Oops. Sorry about that. You should have said something. The light was in the way the whole time. I want to build something for myself. You know, I don't know how long, I've been building cars for content, you know, and it's not that I don't enjoy it. Actually, the Yokomo I built for, kind of for myself. And I actually had a good time. I kind of want to build something like that again. I want to build that 3 racing car I have. I want to build the S64 and the M4 Pro. I want to try different kind of cars. I don't have a front wheel drive car, so you know that'd be interesting to build one of those. Whatever it is, even if it's a Tamiya kit, I just want to try something different. Okay, I think I actually did okay with that. Yeah. Much better than a Subaru. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, I got that on. It's pretty straight. I'm happy about that. Yikes. Okay, if this one has to match that one, I'm in big trouble. It has to line up with that one. I'm going to be in big trouble because I don't think I cut this perfectly. I would pay extra for a kit that's either pre-painted or these decals pre-cut. I would pay extra. I'll be happy to pay extra. Like that TTO2B I got, Plasma Edge. Could not be happier that I bought one that was pre-painted. great decision. I do not join you with that sentiment. No, thank you. No, thank you. It's not that I can't do it. You know, I'm doing it right now. I think I'm doing an okay job. I just don't enjoy it. I just... Yeah. Alright. Doing the That's the best part. Yeah. That's cool. That's cool. Glad you enjoy it. That's correct. I'm trying to think if I like the electronics. Well, I like buying the electronics for sure. Like trying different servos and ESCs. I mean, I almost changed directions of the channel to go electronics. So I bought all those brushed ESCs. Then I realized it is not easy to objectively compare two pieces of electronics. There isn't just like a machine, like a dyno you can... oh, actually, there is RC dynos. And, you know, test ESCs and brushless, I think you can. There are brushless motor testers. But I don't think there are any for brush motors. At least not that I've seen. So I think I need to be less concerned about that. Well, I can see the groove right there, so I do have to kind of match it. This is kind of a messy window. It's not the best. There's a lot of... No. This window does not match up with... This decal does not match up with this window at all. At all. Well, it looks okay on this side. I don't know, should it be higher? It should be a little bit higher. Phew. It's like my third time placing this now. So if I get this right. Now it's too forward. Have you thought about painting bodies on the side, like as a side gig? Because you can charge $50 a body for people to paint them for people. Because that's what I pay my painter. And if I wasn't doing this on stream, I would have sent this over already. Seeing I recommend trying, but I have often used a hobby knife to trim a decal. Yeah, I think that would have been something I should have done before. I think it is fine now. I'm just surprised there's overlap right here and none over there. I don't know what's going on, but I'm sure it'll come out fine. Maybe I need to do that one. I think this side is a little bit crooked. I'm just surprised the decals, the masks are not like perfectly shaped and sized. Like there is a quite a bit of there's like way too much fudge factor on these decals. I mean, I'm kind of surprised for a Tamiya kit. These window masks are quite bad. No, okay. I think I got both sides lined up pretty good. Alright, they're pretty even now. I'll just live with this. I'm not gonna mess with it too much more. Oh, that bothers me. Like that little... I'm just gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it. It's already midnight. I'm not gonna mess with it. Go back and forth. I'm just gonna drive myself crazy. Alright. One supply and a good scoring and peel excess. I wish my hands were that steady. I would score the crap out of the inside of the body if I put a knife to it. I can barely get this. I mean, you can see I screwed up. I don't want to say I screwed up. I just didn't cut a very smooth line right there. And right here. I actually managed to cut a really straight line this time on this. And same with the wheel well here. Yeah, you can see like there's some burrs. Was not super smooth, right straight right there. And the front was kind of where I did the worst in terms of cutting a straight line. I don't know if you can see that. That's pretty bad. But anyway, I think once the paint goes on, it'll be fine. Yeah, just enough to feel the tip of the blade. Yeah. You should try this knife. I really think you might, I don't know where it is. You might really like this because your finger is right there. And you can really see and feel the blade. I really like this. Well, I think that's it for today. Thank you again, Sandwich, for joining me for yet another stream. I will be back tomorrow, and hopefully this will be in a white color. And I will do my best to put these decal on. And then we'll move on to the next kit. Well, I'm going to have to go back and show you guys. I have to do a stream to show you guys the other cars. But let's do that tomorrow. Let's hope I muster the energy to paint this tomorrow during the day. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Hopefully the car will look like something similar to what is in the top right corner. Or at least very close. All right. Thank you so much, Sandwich. Thank you if you're watching this on YouTube after the fact. I appreciate it. And if you watched all the way to the end, thank you. So I will see you guys in the next one. All right, good night.